Global temperatures in 2025 were slightly lower than 2024, but that still makes it the third hottest year on record across the globe. A study by the Met Office and European climate scientists also found it was the third year in a row in which temperatures reached more than 1.4 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. Dr. Samantha Burgess is the Deputy Director of the Copernicus Climate Change Service. She told me what this all means for the planet.
Yeah, so the key findings from this year's report was that 2025 was the third warmest year on record after 24 and 2023. The global temperature anomaly was 1.47 degrees above the pre-industrial average, which is an average of the global climate before significant human impact on the climate from burning fossil fuels. And 2025 marks 3 years above 1.5 degrees. And this is important as we're now 10 years on from the Paris Agreement, where almost every nation committed to lower global warming to well below 2 degrees and ideally below 1.5 degrees.
The whole question of tackling climate change has become very politicised and quite polarised, hasn't it? Do you think the globe has slowed down on trying to mitigate this?
I think there's a lot of political rhetoric which is very present in the media, but the reality is the science is unequivocal. The evidence is incredibly clear. Today, 8 independent data sets have all come out and said the same thing, that 2025 was the second or third warmest year on record. We know what to do. We know it's our fault. And there are success stories as well where we see the transition to renewable energy and emissions reductions, but we just need to do more of it.
I've been caught up in a forest fire myself. We were seeing images there of forest fires, of floods. We know the extremes of temperature and heat that we're seeing. How much worse could it get and will it get at the moment?
That's the challenge, really, that in a warmer world, extreme events get worse, they get more frequent, and they get more intense. There's no part of the world that is spared from climate change, and in a warmer world, those events become worse, and they're really what impacts people and natural ecosystems. So the sooner we limit global warming and turn off the tap to fossil fuel emissions, the sooner we'll be able to stabilise our climate.
And just finally, if people individually think, does it make any difference for me personally to do anything, or even relatively small economies to do anything, given the really big global emitters, what would you say to that?
It's a huge difference. So if it's an important issue to you as an individual, then vote for people, well, vote in the first place and vote for people who share your beliefs. Look at where your money goes. So put investments in places that share your ethics and spend in sustainable businesses. So everyone can do a little bit.
Dr. Samantha Burgess, there, Director of the Copernicus Climate Change Service.